Hello, how's it going? Hope you're doing well today. Well, I got something pretty neat for you. While the other YouTubers and streamers are taking a look at the early access stuff for Through the Omen Path, unfortunately, I'm not part of that cool club yet. Maybe one day. In my case, I'm still stuck with Edge of Eternities cards. So what we are doing today is we are ramping into some nasty Landfall stuff. We are going to be playing Famished Worldsire, a card from Edge of Eternities that is, well, pretty awesome, but not getting any love whatsoever. And it's not great. This is more of a fun deck to see what we can pull off with this awesome Leviathan. So what is Famished Worldsire? It is an 8 mana 0/0 ward 3, but it has an ability called Devour Land 3. Devour Land 3 means as this creature enters, you may sacrifice any number of lands. It enters with 3 times that many +1/+1 counters on it. Then it says, when this creature enters, look at the top X cards of your library where X is the number, where X is this creature's power. Put any number of land cards from among those onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. So the idea is that we want to get up to maybe 8 lands on the field, and we're going to do that through some various ramp means. And then once Famished Worldsire comes out, sacrifice all those lands. It's going to come out as a 24/24, 8 times 3, and then we get to dig 24 cards deep in our deck, pull out as many lands as we possibly can, and ramp that way. Now, why do we want to be pulling out a whole bunch of lands from our deck? Well, we have 2 cards that are going to help us destroy the opponent. First one, Tanuk. This card, a Kavu Pilot, 3 mana, 2/4 landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, Tanuk deals 1 damage to each opponent. Then, if this is the second time this ability has resolved, draw a card. So the draw a card second ability part is pretty sweet. Just early on in the game when we're playing out things like Fabled Passage, it's going to give us some extra card draw value. And then Tanuk, if we put out, let's say, 20 lands some miraculous way, that's going to do 20 damage to the opponent. We're also playing Sabu Tender, who has Landfall, same ability. Land enters, deal 1 damage to the opponent. It is a 2/1 for 2 with reach. Kind of neat. So that's what the whole deck is built around. We want to ping down the opponent. Now there is another card. There is the Lizard, Black Lizard, but we're not playing it because we are going with a strictly Gruul build of this deck right now. But it's possible that in the future we might try to go into Jund with Black in this deck. Now, to get up to Famished Worldsire, we got a couple of ways of doing that. We're playing Ice Till Explorer, going to allow us to play out extra lands. We're also playing Overlord of the Hauntwood. On turn 3, we impend this. It's going to give us a everywhere land, always great. And then we are playing a couple of other utility cards. We have Analyze Pollen, which allows us to go and get our big creatures if we can't find them. If we're stuck on mana, we can also go get a land with this. Aftermath Analyst is also kind of serving as a mini Famished Worldsire. It mills 3 cards when it enters, and then we can sacrifice it to return all land cards from our graveyard. This is another line that's possible. It could help us get up to 8 mana pretty quickly. And then our backup plan is going to be Lumra, Bellow of the Woods, a 6 CMC star. Lumra's power and toughness are equal to the number of lands you control, and when Lumra enters, mill 4 cards, then return all land cards from our graveyard to the battlefield. That is what's going on in the deck. We do have a little bit of removal in the form of a Braid and Slagstorm to try to keep ourselves alive, but otherwise we're mostly focused in on putting out lands, ramping, and doing ping damage to the opponent's face. We are also playing 26 lands, a lot of lands, and I think there's probably a little bit of room for the lands to evolve. Right now I'm only playing 4 Fabled Passages, but I think maybe putting in some Evolving Wilds or the one that gives unblockable to something, Rogue's Passage, something like that, could be a good idea to put in this deck. But right now, this is where we're at. So we're going to run it through some games, try to have some fun, and do some silly things with the Famished Worldsire, a card that has gone mostly unnoticed since Edge of Eternities has come out. See you in the games. Okay, hello. Let's try to make a Famished Worldsire work out. I'm nervous about this one. I've kind of entered the phase of Standard that inevitably always happens. I play a lot of really good decks at the start of a season release, and then it slowly starts to go down into more questionable decks that are playing cards that are kind of neat, but obviously not very powerful. And when I get into this area, you start like, Oh, going into these videos thinking, okay, is this even going to work out? Like, am I going to be able to even get a win? But I believe in this deck, even though we are up against a control deck. How wonderful. So, we have a couple of options. You know what? I think I'm just going to put out the Sabu Tender as a threat, and it'll go into their Star Cage. Always happens, right? Oh, it didn't happen. That's amazing. Okay. So, we can do this. We're not doing anything else, so may as well Fable Passage. It allows us to get an extra ping on the opponent. And while we are doing not a whole lot, I should say, hey, welcome to all the new people. My normal usual pitch. It's nice of you all to subscribe up. It's we're at like 970 now, something like that. So if you can continue to help the channel grow, reach ever closer to 1,000, I would appreciate that. Also, this video is coming out on like the 22nd or the 23rd. So what is it? Through the Omenverse is probably out. Not your, but the Through the Omenverse is probably out. So have you been enjoying that? What have you been playing? Or what are you looking forward to playing? I did look at some of the cards that are coming out in that set. Nothing really jumping out at me, but it's not bad. Okay, do we want to put an Analyst into the graveyard or into our hand? I think it's probably okay to put it into our hand. And then attack in with the Sabu Tender. Let's see what they do. Do they? Oh, they have the Anchorage. Does the Anchorage turn on? Yeah, they could have turned it on, but we did have the backup of Raid, so we weren't fully dead there. The Sabu Tender needs to go the distance, and yeah. So the deck is playing 7 things that ping, and that's probably not really enough. I really would like a few more. Specifically, the Vine Lasher is neat, but I didn't want to go into 3 colors with this deck. Okay, we got a Force. We don't want that, so let's put that in the bin. We're going to attack in with the Sabu Tender one more time. Turn on your... Oh, they create the fish this time. Okay. Well, I'm okay blasting the fish with the Abrade. It's not doing anything else. Damage, boom, and you know what? Let's Fable Passage go and grab Forest, and this time we'll put out the Analyst. And we'll see what happens from here. We now have 1, 2, 3. We hit 3 cards, so we have 5 lands in the graveyard. If they wipe the board next turn, we can go out with Lumra. If they don't wipe the board, we can Aftermath Analyst to bring everything back and ping with the Sabu Tender. That's what we want to see. They are down to 9. One thing I like about the Sabu Tender... Oh, they passed. It does just a lot of like little ping damage, and I think people don't really keep track of just how much damage that the Sabu Tender ends up doing over the course of a game. So no attack this time because we don't have our Braid to protect our creatures. They did nothing with their mana. That's crazy. Why didn't they do something with their Fountain Port? Okay, pass. I don't want to do the Aftermath Analyst yet. How much mana do I have? I have 7 mana. So if I put out this, I'm going to be shields down for a moment. I take the risk. I'm going to take the risk. Ice Till Explorer onto the field. If they have removal for the Analyst, that's disaster. They have an Aven Interrupter. This is also disaster. Okay. Now we are in a weird spot. But I still play out the Ice Till. I can't play it out this turn because it's plotted for the next turn. Okay. 1 damage to the opponent. That might have been the thing that ruins us. It might be over. Oh no. We can't attack in through this Interrupter. And they're probably going to use their Fountain Port this time. Maybe I got a little greedy. I should have kept holding up the Analyst because it would have been a lot more damage. Instead, they have a Waxen Shape Thief. Flash, you may have this creature enter as a copy of any artifact or creature you control. Interesting. What? Okay, so now I think they're dead. If they use their mana. Okay, we pass. No attack. Do I use this now? Yes, yeah, we use this now. Let's nail their Fountain Port. Try to incentivize them to use some of their mana. Okay, you can't... How many lands do I have in the graveyard? Let's find out. There were 6! Yes! There were exactly 6! Oh my god! You didn't want to count, just go for it. What was the opponent playing? Herald of the Eternal Dawn on the stack. We can't lose the game. They can't win the game. And we pull off the Exacxies. Okay. I mean, I don't know what was going on over here. This was a really weird deck, but cool. This Sabutender literally went the distance. Good little man. Next one. All right. All right. So this is where I'm broken. I am broken. So this is where my optimism has completely stopped. I have played 10 games with this deck, and I have lost 9 of those 10 games. 9 of 10 games. Yesterday when we made this deck, it went 3-1. I only got run over by mono white life gain. And now I'm at a point where I literally can't do anything with this deck. It just doesn't work at all. And so this, I don't want to abandon the video because I think there could be some cool stuff. So probably this video, win or lose, is going to jump into the second video slot to explain why this video is now cut together videos or whatever. I want to have a fun video. I want to, you know, show you guys something kind of cool. I think the Famished Worldsire can do neat stuff, but unfortunately, the deck is just not working today. Because that's what happens when you push the record button. Things fall apart. Clay bricks from the opponent. Okay, I don't think we have the worst matchup against this deck, actually, surprisingly. So, and we also hit our Overlord. In all of these games, Overlord has been completely absent. I haven't really been hitting the nice curve that I want to be hitting, which has really slowed down my ability to not lose games. Anyways, it should be fine. We're gonna try to piece together a win as best as we can. The opponent is on a Simulacrum deck, so I'm not giving up. Sheepdog, I'm coming for you. I got my Sabutender on the field. I have an Ice-Till Explorer coming out, and a Famished Worldsire is on deck. Okay, I mean that's fine. I could do ping ping, but I think I'd rather just go this way. Do we keep it or we put it in the graveyard? It doesn't matter because we have our Ice-Till. As long as they don't get rid of our Ice-Till, we should. Maybe I should have kept it actually. Because now I have 2, 4, 6. This is my 7th mana. I need the Ice-Till to live 1 turn. If they have an ability to eat my Ice-Till Explorer, then I can't play out these lands and I can't get up to the Famished Worldsire. However, if they don't have a way of killing the Ice-Till, okay, yes, I think we're good. We're good. We're good. I'm kind of glad I led, I mean, win or lose, I'm kind of glad I led into this video with a falling apart. Like, oh, I got to mix up all the videos because things just did not work out when I hit the record button. I've been at this for so long, and you get tired when you get to this point, right? Okay, that should be 8 mana on the field, and we can Famish Worldsire, sacrifice everything, bye-bye, entire board. It's fine. 24, looking at the top 44, we hit only 10. We only hit 10. Not 10 is not 12. We needed more. I needed more. Okay. We, yeah, mill a lot of our deck. And we hope that the top of our deck is very generous to us. We don't want that. No Slexstorm. Ooh, Sabutender, We do have the Fable Passages. You know what? I think I keep the Sabutender. I don't attack in. At worst, next turn, if they remove some of our stuff, I can at least play Sabutender. I have the Fable Passage over here that I can crack. I can play my normal land for the turn. What are they going to do with the Repurposing Bay? Are they going to get a way to kill our Ice-Till Explorer, maybe? They cannot go after the Famished Worldsire. It has Ward 3. And they don't have us dead. because although they could go and get a fire crystal by sacrificing the simulacrum, I don't think that was enough damage to push through 20. It would have given them another 2. They would have had 9/9s. But we could block 3, and they would just have been a little bit short. They take the Ice Till Explorer. They take the Sabotender. Both of them are bad. Both are real bad for them. Okay, Sabotender. Cool, that's fine. So leaving this little fella on the top of our library was a good choice in the end, and we get the opponent throwing out boom, boom, boom. Okay. Oh, I'm losing my mind. Of course, of course. We won. This deck can do the silly thing. It's just it takes a little while to get there. All right, you got to be happy with how that started off. Now I'm nervous because we got to keep going. This deck has to keep proving itself well. It proved very good in testing yesterday. Ooh, this hand, like Tanook, fantastic card, but you can't keep a hand with only Tanook. Okay, you try this. I guess we throw away our mountain and hope that this commercial district finds us something good. Ooh, we're against Life Gain. Life Gain was the one deck yesterday that absolutely dunked on me. Analyze the Pollen is essentially a land. So you know what? Let's keep it. I think it might be analyze next turn just to go get land. Although I don't... Do I like doing that? Okay, we're at least going to do one. And we're going to go and grab a forest, and we're going to play out the ridgeline, or do I want to analyze again? You know what? Let's just do the one. We have 2 lands in hand. Hopefully, you know, this deck draws lands, so having a land light heavy opening hand is not the worst thing. Being 26 lands, I think, in the deck. That's a problem, though. Once they start gaining life, we need to find a Sweeper, Slagstorm. Nope. Okay, so the plan now is Sabotender into the Fable Passage. It doesn't really matter. We'll probably just hold the Fable Passage and go up into this Lumra. But this Ajani's Pridemate might end up outscaling the Lumra, and we can't get rid of this once it reaches 4 life, essentially. In theory, we could kill it at 6 life, but I don't know. Oh, I like that tech. Adventurer's Inn. So last week I played the Life Gain deck, and the video did not go well. Like we lost a ton of games, and I always have that experience when I play Life Gain. Life Gain always backfires on me. It never works out. The opponents are never playing decks like I'm playing today. I'm playing a very derpy deck that is playing limited interaction, trying to do some big strange combo thing that's not really all that good, but that's like the game plan. I never run into opponents who are playing this kind of, these decks. I always run into opponents who are like on 15 removal spells and 6 board wipes when I'm playing Life Gain. It's just the way it goes, right? Now they are, like, look at this. This is absolutely insane. They've gained, they're going to hit us for 12. I'm not blocking, great. So I think we're just dead. Even, even if I block, like, what am I doing? Next turn, one of these 2 Ajani's Pridemates are going to be able to kill us. At least it was fast. But, like I said, when I play Life Gain, it never works. It's the same thing with... Good game. All right. It's the same thing with Landfall. Landfall doesn't work out for me. The Tifa Landfall. Oh, that's fine. So since I'm now digging for wins to show you some cool games, I'm going to play a few more. Of course, we're going to mix in some of the losses, because some of the losses were close. We almost had it at some times. We can keep this. It's a little questionable, but I think we can keep it. But yeah, I want to find a couple more wins for y'all. Restless Ridge, we'll keep it. A little bit of a slow thing. We're not doing anything until turn 3, and the thing that we're doing on turn 3 doesn't stop Life Gain from smashing our face. So we might be in a little bit of trouble. I probably need this Analyze the Pollen to go get something better than a land, so I'm going to hold off on it for now. Opponent with these beautiful lands, I love those. And they have the Voice of Victory, so they're playing a kind of a unique version of Life Gain. They're going to be gaining 2 life just from the Voice of Victory next turn. But we are now up to 5 potential mana next turn, but we don't have anything to play, and this Worldsire is so far away. I like this. Voice of Victory into the Halia, gaining a ton of life. Leonin Vanguard as well. And yeah, they're going to be drawing some cards, leaving a pretty nice board on the field. They missed their second land, or third land by the looks of things. And they've now solved the Uneaten Feast. So even if we hit a Slag Storm, it's not going to erase the board. Hey, 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 hey. Do you play the Slag Storm now and just wipe out their Voice of Victory? They're on 2 creatures, so I think you probably do it. Nice, yeah. Yeah, okay, Analyze the Pollen still a little bit short. We have 2 more turns on this Overlord, so we just need to keep hitting our lands until we find... What we want to find is Tanook. Tanook would be the absolute best thing to draw off the top of the deck right now. Tanook into Fabled Passage, drawing a card right away, is great. It's not, but you know what is not too bad? Lumra. So we can go Lumra into potentially Famished Worldsire next turn. Like almost certainly that's going to happen. What do we hit? I don't want that. No, we'll put it in the bin. So now we have an 8/8. We have the Overlord on the way. They're going to have to deal with big old Lumra. And they do. They do. As one does. We get hit with Fortune. If you don't know Fortune, well, I don't know Fortune. Whenever Fortune attacks while saddled at the end of combat, exile it and up to 1 creature that saddled it this turn, then return those creatures to the battlefield under their owner's control. Sure. So they zip away and they come back untapped. I guess that's that's really cool. Hand it to the opponent. Neat. Not what we want to see. So I'm gonna hold. I could analyze the pollen, go and get one of my pingers, and then Famished Worldsire next turn. That's probably the better way to go about things. Okay, let's do that. So we're going to analyze. We're going to get rid of these 2 cards, whatever, it doesn't matter. And then we're going to go get a Tanook, because a Tanook is going to give us also a way of drawing. The opponent at 35 life is very bad for us, because that's a lot of damage that we have to do. We're good at doing maybe 20 damage at the best of times. Doing double that, not great. Okay. We're going to try our best, though. Okay, I play the Fabled Passage once, ping. And then what I think I do is I use the map tokens to try to make sure... No, doesn't make sense. Because no matter what, as soon as I do this, it's going to shuffle away whatever I put on the top of my library. I'm glad my brain started thinking ever so slightly for that one moment. Come on, give me a Braid. Not bad. Okay, not bad, not bad. We don't want that. And we will crack this, put another thing on our Tanook. We want that, we want that. Okay, Subtender. So, what do I do with this Abrade? Do I hit the Hinterland Sanctifier before... I guess it doesn't matter. I lost the chance. It's going to be saddled. It doesn't really matter if they saddle it. I think I probably want to hit a Halia. Eris. Okay. Eris, pretty good target for this. And I think we're probably in a pretty good spot, right? Okay, they gain life. Are they attacking? No, why would they attack? So how much mana do we have? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10 mana. We can go like this. We can play out our Fabled Passage, ping ping. What's the opponent delaying on? Okay. We get to crack this. Second one, we get to draw a card with Tanook. That's kind of cool. And then we're going to sacrifice everything. 10 triggers, so we're going to do 20 damage, which is, again, not enough damage. But it is still kind of fun, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. X10. 30, 30. We get to look at the top 30. Oh, what am I saying? We're going to look at more cards. We don't know how many. We need 15, right? 13. That's 26. It's not enough, right? 20. Okay, one of them is a Scryland. That's what that extra point of damage or trigger is. I was like, 27, why not 26? Okay, boom, boom, boom. We hit an Overlord. Do we want an Overlord? No. I think it's okay. Bing, 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 bing. The cool thing is now we got some Fable Passages on the field, so we get to potentially... Oh, more damage from the Overlord. I didn't think about this. That's cool. That's cool. They got a chump block with both of these. And we get to potentially draw an extra card with Tanook on the following turn. They have to put both of these in front of things. It's working. It's working. All I had to do was suffer through a crap ton of deaths at the hands of VV and company. And finally, we get a game where we can actually maybe start pinging the opponent with the Worldsire. It does work. Just not often. Just not often. Okay, I think this is going to be the last one. We got a couple of wins. We saw the deck do stuff, and that's good enough. I'm going to, of course, mix in some of the wins, some of the losses, and hopefully it ends up being a little bit of an entertaining video in the end. I guess I'm not really too worried about this one because other people are going to be distracted with not Edge of Eternities, what is it called? Through the Omen Path. I hate that name, but it is what it is. Okay, the opponent on a starting town, we have no idea what that means. It could be... It's not Landfall. Are they going to kill our poor Sabutender? No. What? Come on. What are you doing? All right. So we get to play out an Ice-Till Explorer at the very least on the following turn. We do have a Braids up here if we need to destroy something. What is this? Ward 3. It's a 7/7 for 6. Discard this card. Search your library for a basic land or a desert. Reveal it. Put it on the battlefield. Sure. Okay. Ice-Till Explorer on the field. We can play out our other land. If we end up finding a 6 land, we can go out with Lumra, and that's pretty good, right? Turn 5 Lumra, 1 early. They have another Twin Maw, whatever. We hit the land, though. Okay, deal with a Lumra. It's bigger than a 6/6. Get some lands. Okay, 1 land? Okay. That means we put a lot of our threats into the graveyard and unfortunately not... Okay, that's fine, I guess. Do I really want to crack the Fable Passage though? I don't think I do. I'm going to hold it. If I draw a land, then I can go land, Fable Passage, and draw a card with the Tanook. If they make me sacrifice or kill, if they try to kill the Tanook, I can just sacrifice the Fable Passage. It's fine. Terror of the Peak. Spells your opponents cast that target this creature cost an additional 3 life to cast. Whenever another creature you control enters, this creature deals 3 damage equal to that creature's power to any target. Okay. So we can kill it. Okay, let's see what we draw. Slagstorm. I mean, we can kill it any number of ways. So let's do that. We'll do boom. Boom. We'll pay an extra 3 life. And we'll attack in for 9. Boom, boom. We have 1 more damage on the field. A Braid in hand. And maybe we'll be okay here. Opponent's on a kind of cool deck. I don't know what this is. This is Gruul Dragons with an Armadillo. Kind of neat. I think when you lose so many games in a row, you kind of get into a weird queue where the game's like, hey, here's some help. Here are some people playing off-meta decks, which is what I want to play against. I want to play against off-meta decks. We're playing an off-meta deck. I think that's only fair that they pair us up against things that are not VV. Okay, Meringue River Regent coming in to bounce our cards, which is fine. I don't think I want to 2, 4, 6. I still don't think I want a Fable Passage. Okay, my turn. So if I had hit a Fable Passage there, we could have killed them with the Tanook, but instead we didn't. So I'll just go out with the Lumra one more time. Land, 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 land. Okay, there's when you hit lands. And we're going to hold on to the forest because at least... it doesn't matter. Tanook next turn. They have to deal with the Lumra. Ooh. They did deal with the Lumra. Are we dead? Are we dead? the opponent hitting the jackpot with this Meringue River Regent, bouncing it, having 18 damage. I think if they would have hit just a slightly different. Wow. All right, all right. Good on you, opponent. They had the Meringue River Regent when they needed it. We were a little bit short on damage. We just couldn't get there. I wonder if I missed it somewhere. Ooh, whatever. All right, take a loss with that one. All right, so we lost the last two. I think now, I always feel like in a video, I don't want to go 3 losses in a row straight through. I really need something to happen here. We have the Slagstorm, we have the Sabotenders. Okay, we'll keep this. We'll see what the opponent's doing. Turn 1, Stomping Ground, and maybe turn 2, Sabotender. But if they're going wide, then we kind of hold off for this Slagstorm. Hope to slow them down enough, and then Ice Till Explorer can maybe start putting extra lands onto the field. They are on aggro. Okay. So since that's the case, I think it's prudent to go Slagstorm. Hopefully they play out something like a Cecil and another Forsaken Miner would be kind of cool. If only this exiled, that would be real great. Infestation Sage. Ooh, okay. So they're actually on Sephiroth. So, do I want to start pinging with one of the Sabotenders? I think I kind of want to wait a little bit on the Slagstorm. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a Sabotender, I'm going to ping for 1, and then just like wait. And I'm only going to rip off this Slagstorm when things get real bad. Next turn we'll go out with the Fable Passage into the Ice Till, into another Fable Passage drop. That'll get us up to 5 mana. No blocks. We got to make sure we're not taking tons of damage like the last game. Again, I don't know when I got down to 8 life. It just kind of happened. Okay, well, when they put the Sephiroth onto the field, you kind of it makes you think, like, do you need to be careful now? Ooh, Tanook is real good, though. So I could actually Tanook this turn, Fable Passage, and then... Actually, I don't hate that, because this is going to ping, and then it's also going to draw me a card. I definitely value drawing the card here. So we'll go get a green source. We absolutely need a green source. And the one cool thing about having 4 toughness on all of our creatures is Slagstorm does get around that. Okay, so we need to survive this turn. Even if I have to nuke my own Sabotender, I think I'm kind of okay with it. If they put out a nice wide board, Slagstorm all the way. If they don't do that... Okay, so new plan. We're in trouble because now Slagstorm does literally nothing, and they're going to attack in with a 4/4 Sephiroth. So now I need to murder them with Lumra? Pings, I guess. Oh no. What a disaster. Thankfully they can't get back this Forsaken Miner because they don't have the mana for it. But Ouroboride, okay, so we have our land, so we can do a lot of different things here. We can Ice Till, Fable Passage, that's not bad. We can also Analyst and not crack it. No, I think it's Ice Till every single time here, right? We'll put out the Fable Passage, ping, and we'll put out this card, sure. We're losing damage here, but we just need to stay alive for a turn. And then hopefully we don't die on the following turn. If we don't die on the following turn, I think we can probably win. Okay, this is it. This is the turn, hands off. As long as this Ouroboride doesn't do crazy stuff. Spinner of Souls. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, you may reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card. Put that card into your hand. The rest, okay, I don't care. So they have 2 mana open. That's probably going to be bringing back the Forsaken Miner this turn. Just attack with... If they attack with Sephiroth and the Bug, I'm okay. I probably have to put something in front of somebody. Hopefully they don't attack. Oh no, they attack all out. No, opponent. Okay, fine. What? That's, to me, that's crazy. Okay, so we block the Sephiroth with the Ice Till or with the Sabotender. I think it's got to be the Ice Till, unfortunately, right? We need all the pings that we can get. Block like that. We are going to crack the Fable Passage now. Okay. And this Lumra needs to be a hero. Oh, that's great. That's great. That's great. That's great. Okay. They have 1 mana open. What can they do with 1 mana? What? No, 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 no. I don't think this Sabotender can go the whole... Okay. 2, 4, 6. We have 7 mana, not 8 mana. Oh, no. It's a disaster. All right. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4... It's not enough, is it? Can I do 2, 4, 6? I need 8 mana for everything. I could put out the Sabotender and the Lumra, but I don't have enough mana for it. I guess putting the Ice Till, or losing the Ice Till is actually very bad. All right, it's got to be this, and Lumra's just got to be a monster, but it doesn't do it. That was okay. They come in tapped though. 6. Nah. We were close. We were so close. If we just had Tanuk on the field, if we had enough mana to do the other Sabotender, we would have gotten there, but we didn't. That's how this deck's going to go. Oh, no. 3 losses in a row. Okay, number 4. If it doesn't win here, I'm cutting the video. Again, I don't know how I'm going to break this up, but don't get the wrong idea that this is a good deck. It's not a good deck. Okay, so here's the thing. I can keep the Analyze the Pollen to go and get a red source if I really need to Slag Storm. But like this hand is so slow. I think I try to keep it. I'm going to put a lot of values. Best of 1. The problem with, of course, best of 1. I'm always ragging on best of 1. You don't know if you're against aggro or control, so you don't know what you need to be keeping. We hit the land though. That's kind of cool. So it does look like we made the right choice of staying on the Slag Storm plan. Don't think I want to put out the Sabotender. It's not doing anything. I guess it could be hitting for 2 damage. Ooh, we are against... Okay. I think I'm going to take a little bit of damage. And I'm going to hold off on the Sabotender. So we'll scry... Yeah, we'll keep this for a future turn. And we'll just pass. We're going to hope that they're going to put out a... Reading the card tells you what the card does. Laughing Jasper Flint. Creatures you control, but don't own are mercenaries in addition to their other type. This is a beautiful mercenary Sabotender. And at the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top X cards of your opponent's library, where X is the number of outlaws you control. Until the end of turn, you may cast spells from them. So I forgot that our friend over there, our Laughing Jasper, was going to be smashing cards from the top of our library, so now I have to go and do that. It hurts. Analyze the Pollen is getting close, but I think what I want to do is probably go and get 1 more land. I'm going to use this. I do have 2 of them. Only 2 in the deck, but we're going to do that. And then the following turn, maybe Sabotender into Aftermath Analyst, into... Hopefully, oh man, do they not have anything? Are they just, they're on a Laughing Jasper Flint into reanimation. Are they gonna destroy us on the following turn? We might just be in trouble here. Ice Till's good, but do I really want the Ice Till? No, I don't think I do. I think we're on a different plan. We're on the Famished Worldsire plan. So we're going to put these into the graveyard. Oh, we don't hit any lands. 0 lands in the graveyard. A deck that has 26 lands. This is more representative of what I've been going through. The opponent on a Kefka. Each opponent discards a card, then you draw a card. Well, okay, I guess I can discard the land. And then, how much mana? We got 6 mana available to us. 6 mana is not 7 mana. I was thinking I could do Analyze the Pollen, get a Lumra, and then put that out. But that's not going to work. So instead, I suppose what we're going to do is put out the Overlord, ping the opponent, put out the Fountain Point, ping the opponent, and then hope that on the following turn we hit 1 more untapped land, then we can go out with a Famished Worldsire. That's fine, I think. That's also fine. Okay, so they're going to attack in for 7. Worst case scenario, we do Analyze, we go get a Lumra, and we put that onto the field. They might have another 1 CMC removal spell. If that is the case, then that's going to suck. But we are dropping very low. Oh, it's whenever they attack. So you put it, you don't take the risk on that. You throw away the Famished Worldsire. That sucks. But now we're on to the Lumra plan. In Lumra, we trust. Okay. Yeah. Okie dokie. This is it. If they have some way of removing this card, then we're toast. We do get to put some lands onto the field. Hey, we hit quite a few lands there. So 4 pings. I think I'm okay attacking in with just the Sabu Tender, take them down to 10. And now they have to deal with the Lumra, and we have the Analyst. The Analyst's not great. Rakdos joins up, is pretty good. They're bringing back... okay, so the opponent has us in this game. There's the Arden. They're going to also reanimate Ouroboros. Oh, that's so cool. Arden into Ouroboros. It's going to come in as a 5/5, pump everything way out of control. Just kind of looking at Charming Scoundrel now. Charming Scoundrel, giving the Wicked Roll token, kind of works with that 1 CMC 3/2. I can't remember what it's called. It's a black creature 3/2, but when it enters, it gets a curse. You could do turn 1 that guy, and then turn 3 Charming Scoundrel to follow it up, and put the 5/5. Attack all. Attack all. Opponent. Wait, did this... the Ouroboros doesn't trigger because it is at the beginning of combat, and they miss the beginning of combat. So they just attack in with the Kefka into our Lumra. That's fine. Okay. So they got rid of our Analyst. We need something big. A land is not big enough. So we draw. No, sacrifice a token. I can't draw. All right. Well, they got us. We can attack with, of course, the Lumra. It has Vigilance, but they put the 1/1 in there. Man, this card really needs Trample. It's absurd. The Bear does not have Trample. That's the craziest thing. If this were a Famished Worldsire, though. All right, opponent, good game. I think we are done. Yeah, I'm just going to scoop it up. They did some cool stuff. They're going to pump with that. They're going to bring back another attacker, and they're going to have 4 attackers to come in on us. Good on you. They also had the land over there. Okay, one more, I think. I'm broken. I don't have much to say. My battery is actually at 50%. Usually when I record these videos, my battery goes down to like 75%. I usually get through these videos like that. I have played so many games this morning. It has been such a rough morning. This deck did not work out nearly as well as I had hoped it would. In its testing, it performed better. Of course, it was a small thing. We made it before going to work. I don't think I ever credited my friend. My friend helped me build this deck, Half Giraffe. It's his fault that this video and this morning turned into such a trash experience for me, but I am absolutely worn out now. I've been doing this for what seems like hours. I'm sweating, I'm angry, I'm annoyed. Famished Worldsire, cool card, full of hopes and dreams. It doesn't work. There's too much aggression in this format that keeps us dead on turn 3 or turn 4. We can't do fun stuff. And yeah, maybe this deck does need the black. If you put in the black, you get the Vine Lasher. If you have the Vine Lasher and black, then maybe you could be doing other stuff in the color with black. You could be playing different removals. Slagstorm didn't really impress me. It just didn't really deal with what the opponents were doing. But I'm not sure if there's another way to go with black. Could be. Anyways, if you have some suggestions for this one, please let me know. Take care for now. I'm so done. I gotta go have breakfast or something. I'm tilted out. Bye-bye for now. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.